through the Diddy Kong and the Steve as we talked about. I'm excited to see how this one is going to go. As of right now, it is a Jersey, or what, Guys Long Island. So this is the person who goes into winners finals representing New Jersey here. We're starting out on FD. What do you think about this one?
It's pretty interesting. This is like already, like there's so many different dynamics at play, but this one specifically is like FD like leads to situations like that. I didn't even get to really set up the narrative, but one wall on FD is so hard for Diddy to get around because there's no platforms to use with your movement. You have to do it the old-fashioned way, but you know, if there's one thing Rivers can do, it's the old-fashioned way. Yeah,
he can definitely box, right? And that's what we're seeing from Rivers now, these great 2 to 3 piece combos that he doesn't let go too easily. And I like the way that Rivers is playing of going for high options, right? Side specials high, up airs, but you're doing that versus Steve, who can punish you with diamond back air, for example. So you really have to start watching where you jump here, but it's not necessarily a bad option, but the dirt block actually going to vanish away, and Rivers going to get the sweet spot down there.
Yeah, that was so smart. No iron for Syrup in that situation, so try to take it slow, get some of those resources because they're so very important. And Rivers said, no, you don't have time. I will make something happen. And what a response, too.
I just love Rivers' patience too, right? I think a lot of the times when players struggle to fight Steve, it's really kind of their lack of patience in the matchup, right? Not holding down shield all the way when it comes to like anvil drops, for example. And it seems like Rivers playing extremely calm and honestly getting a lot of extra credit right now. But still, once again, we talked about Rivers going high and Syrup punishing with a back air, so you can tell he's actually trying to bait out the movement a little bit more, try and find a way around it, but it actually gets the TNT blow up off the banana and able to shields, and this is a massive lead for Rivers.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, Syrup is kind of stuck in the corner. A lot of iron, though, which can help, but Rivers is just kind of trying to smother Syrup on the left side here. Big swing for Syrup. The minecart not finding the mark either, and now Rivers is almost taking these stocks with just up airs.
Yeah, so close, right? It has a lot of rage, too, so we're able to work with it, playing patient, but great block right there from Syrup. Totally new. This is going to be an up throw, though. It's not going to be just enough yet. You want to get all of this rage off of Diddy, but Rivers has amassed such a big lead at this point.
No.
But, yeah, no. You're either dead to the block spike or the back throw. And you pick a struggle.
The barrels into the wall, really good technology right there. Unfortunately, though, the ceiling kind of helped Syrup hold onto that stock, even though it was untechable. Too many bounces will slow down the knockback. But when there's no ceiling, it will not slow the knockback down at all. Got the diamond tools, but on the last stock now, and no resources either. Could be dangerous.
Yeah, this is massive for Rivers, right? If I'm seeing no resources, Steve, but with diamond in tow here, it's going to be my go time. But once more, Syrup trying to box his way out of this here, and instead going to put up the wall, and Rivers has no problem just waiting it out.
Right, even had to use an iron block there to set up the wall. Only a few pieces of iron here in the bar, but it's probably just enough to make something happen with the minecart and the diamond tools. Interesting.
Yeah, I love the air dodge, the quick air dodge down, like recognizing, you know what, I've been caught jumping a bunch of times, and that's why Syrup has gone for the up smash there. But instead now Rivers trying to find a way out, but the anvil going to follow him, and that's going to be stock. And now for what was such a massive lead, AG, it is gone in a moment.
Yeah, and we have another diamond here, plenty of iron, 5 units now. 6 even. I feel like we're just finding a bunch of iron here when it matters the most. If Syrup can get down back to the ground, it's a very different game.
Yeah, all these trades too, just not benefiting either player.
Right.
So now Syrup just going to put up the jungle gym and tell Diddy to find his way around here, but going to try and grab the banana. Beautiful patience. There's the trip though into the up smash, and that's going to be James. Shoyo James. Rivers taking game 1.
The nail biter that turned into was so surprising considering that lead that we saw Rivers start to mount. But it came down to a couple of frames. The diamond forward smash at the end on that last stock was just about to come out before the banana made contact with Syrup, and it would have been a very different mix of emotions up on the stage, to say the least. But great game from the two of them. I think Syrup is making some really good adaptations, and I think that a slight change of scenery will help Syrup even this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Going on over to small battlefields. I know this is like a very new generation favorite pick here, so I'm interested to see what Syrup is going to do to change the game plan, right? We're taking away FD, so we're taking away a lot of this Diddy side special space, but instead we're putting in a platform. And if it's one thing that James knows how to do is kind of move around, right? But you can't fall into victim of going to this platform consistently, especially when Syrup is now using it to actually build a safe space for mining.
Right. I mean, the walls are still pretty hard sometimes for Diddy to get around. Obviously, he can get around them, but then it turns into that mini game where Syrup is like, oh, you're going to go high, I'll throw up an up smash. Right now, we're seeing a bit of a scramble here on the platform, though, and we got a pretty early diamond from Syrup. We might even see it this stock.
Ooh, I just love I love like the get me out of here recoveries that certain characters have where it's like, yeah, you set up this beautiful edge trap that I don't really have a ton of places to go, but I'm just gonna barrels all the way away. So now it's still stock 1 here. About a minute has gone by, but honestly, it's so close. Next true confirm could potentially do it. The up smash not going to reach here, so now Syrup gonna be able to use the gold tool. He's trying to get something started. Beautiful navigation by Rivers and just gonna reset back to neutral.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think Syrup interrupted that combo.
No.
Syrup interrupted that combo with a bit of an anvil stall. The anvil didn't come out since it was already spawned. But it was really good stuff. It kind of mixed up the tempo and do a little bit of a reversal on Rivers. So back to neutral here. This is exactly what Syrup wants, though. If Rivers does get desperate, all of a sudden one combo with the gold tools as well is big damage.
Yeah, absolutely, AG. And there's the back throw from Syrup, and once more we're getting set up here. But beautiful roll through. A block actually going to disappear in time. So now Syrup, now being in the lead, has all the time in the world to go pluck this diamond tool. And Rivers once more, while being patient, it doesn't matter. The blocks are going to prevent that up smash from going all the way through.
Yep, and there's the minecart to open up the stage as well. That iron block working out for Syrup as well. And the third time is the charm. Rivers finally finding that stock. Evens it up, but 80% is rough, especially with the diamond tools looming over on that item bar. But hold on.
Yeah, no, this is what's scary about Rivers, right? Like we talked about in game number 1, Rivers knows the combos, right? Once he gets in, he's able to freestyle extremely well, but this is why we're on small battlefield. Specifically this space right here between the platform and the ground, right? 2 iron and a full platform, it's a really big kind of fortress to break through, and Syrup still has diamonds in the pocket here, so these dash attacks just are giving Syrup more time to mine. Ew.
Interesting interaction. Both of them surviving for now. Unfortunately, Syrup is taking all of the stage for that interaction, though. And the iron walls, unbelievable. Good up smash, though. Trying to break up all of that base that Syrup is building. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm loving the way that Rivers is playing like half patient, right?
Yeah.
Like he's throwing out the banana to try and bait out an option so he can follow up, but then he's like, oh wait, it's not here? Okay, let me set up for when you actually get back to stage. It's very, very smart, but now Rivers going to amass the lead here, recognizing that the anvil was low-key active and Steve stuff just happened.
Right.
But it all kind of depends, AG, on whether we're able to hold rage or not.
Yeah, and I think so far it's looking good. The problem is like the diamond tools already are scary in terms of knockback, but they're also terrifying in terms of resource gathering. Like if you leave Syrup alone for too long, if you try to hold on to the rage for too much, he gets like 5, 6 iron that you have to worry about. And down tilt almost takes it at 182, but still holding on with the banana. Hold on, Rivers, big opportunity.
Yeah, honestly, I think Rivers is now saying, you know what, you can mine, that's fine, I'm chilling. Because in the end of the day, like, I mean, he's the one who has the stock lead. And I like how Rivers understands the Steve motions, right? He's jumping away while he's jumping. And speaking of jumping right into that aerial, he's saying, you can approach me, I'm going to do my best to space that Diddy forward air. And he's been doing it a lot really well this set so far.
Yes. Back to neutral here, though, 1 stock apiece. One of these diamond combos could even up the percent, but Rivers kind of playing evasive right now, only taking 1 or 2 hits, and then getting out of there, grabbing the banana and resetting, because the banana has been pretty integral to keeping it even, or at least slowing Syrup down slightly.
And still, okay, dash attack coming in from Syrup. This could be opportunity. Great jump by Rivers, great timing as well. There's the up tilt. It's still just going to wait it out once more. Oh. Recognizes the Steve kind of drops here. There it is though, minecart, and we gotta look at the diamond tool. 115 on the Steve. Oh no, you hit the pressure plate. Not too many places to go.
Right. Yeah, the minecart does find the hit in that iron block. Found the mark, and Syrup with just a bar full of iron. Had so many different tools, and that one is going to seal the deal. Evens it up 1-1 in a spectacular comeback.
That was crazy. Just the exact point. It's like, boop. It's
Right
like
here.
Tetris when you like fast drop a block there. I was like, ooh, not there.
That's a Smash Brothers T-spin like equivalent.
Yeah, let's get this one more time. Thank you, Ben.
We saw a lot of that setup. It didn't really work out often, but it just covers so much.
Look at this. How did he know?
Exactly.
How did he know? He could have went high.
Could have put several blocks down, but no.
Yeah,
just
just that
one.
one specific one. That's a
Interesting.
future knowledge.
Right.
It's like the shulk, like I see it.
Interesting.
No.
Running it right back to small battlefield is definitely a choice.
Honestly, I still like this pick because I think it wasn't the stage that lost Rivers the set. It was just the fact that Syrup like regained like a little bit of sense of normalcy, and that's what you want to kind of do to throw Steve off his game. So honestly, with a smaller stage, we're able to box more, and we don't let Steve kind of go back and set up. I'm loving these up airs, by the way. They're right under the minecart. They're spaced beautifully, but it looks like Syrup locking in just a little bit more so far, and now recognizing that he has a little bit of time to kind of throw Rivers around.
Yeah, and I'm liking the block placement too. I think Rivers is a little more impatient this game than we've seen previously. And right there, that grab actually got dash danced away from, and Syrup going for the anvil but barely misses.
Yeah, the geometry on this character, as I like to say, is so fun to watch. But here we go. Gets a little bit tricky with the wall here, but as we talked about in game number 1, jumping, especially into Steve, you're going to eat some sort of aerial here.
Right. I like that idea because Rivers committed to what would have been a follow-up, but that wall really just messed up the tempo drastically and gave up a lot of the stage control too. So that was really good stuff from Syrup. We got the diamond tools, a lot of iron that you have to worry about as well, and that's been the story of the set. Is the diamond tools come out, the wall goes up, and the resources just all of a sudden flood in, and Rivers has to try and deal with all of that.
Has to also deal with just like the random walls too, just around. It's just not too fun. But there it is, forward smash, not going to be enough just yet. So now it's all about Syrup. Also, that very cheeky waveland offense. Who said that Steve didn't have tech? Got motion tech and everything. Not too much of a material bar to work with right now, but it still seems that Syrup doesn't mind.
Oh, definitely not. Still looking pretty comfortable with some rage, some diamond tools. That forward smash was a little closer than I was comfortable with. Now we see the blocks here, not necessarily keeping Diddy out, but keeping Syrup in. So this monkey flip won't do it.
Okay.
Smart stuff.
Yeah, no, the spacing on Syrup now looking really pristine as now Rivers trying to find a way to get this stock off, but think about it, Diamond Tool, a bunch of rage, not going to be too clean for Rivers right now. 177 on Syrup though, trying to get something started, trying to read the jump with the back air, but unfortunately no banana. That's going to allow for Syrup to get one hit. Now granted, it wasn't the stock in its entirety, but it did give him some time to stabilize. 205?
Yeah, that was such a rough spot for Diddy to get a throw because the block stopped forward throw, back throw's not going to do it. Forward throw here, really good stuff from Syrup. No tools to work with though. Most of them, if not all of them, are gone right now. Has the sword, but it's only going to be good for his smash attack, and we're just going right on to the next one.
Yeah, no tools, no problem if you're Syrup, right? No time to really think. Here we go, though. Is going to be the bounce off of the wall. Going to try and line up here. Going for the anvil drop, but unfortunately for Rivers, the iron wall actually blows Diddy back into the Syrup up smash. Once again, this character is so fun to watch, like on a mathematical era.
Right.
But my goodness for Rivers, that's a little tough.
The dodge, not going to do it. Should be able
got
to make
it
it back here, but not after that. Hold on. Hold on. What a scramble. Syrup somehow coming out on top.
James, so I have to say,
Yeah.
I was watching a little bit earlier with, I forget who. It was PK Chris Rivers, and James went for the same thing. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to go down there and make sure that you stay down there.
Yeah.
And it just backfired. It just completely backfired. But there was the wall math. Hashtag Steve math for you.
Yeah, it's because like you're stuck with the toughest to block. It stayed around long enough to be a problem for Rivers, and it ended up leading to that whole mess over on the right-hand side. But we are running right back to small battlefield for this game. Syrup trying to seal the deal and become the New Jersey rep in Winners Finals, but Rivers still holding on, still playing well despite all of the funny moments that may have happened.
it's a seasoned player at the end of the day, right? So you can't let these things kind of tilt you, and that's I think what Rivers is saying to himself. Like, it happened, all right. It's still a best of 5. Still has to win at least 2 more to get there. But Syrup, once again, he's always so fun to watch because I think he's really creative. Going to no, I think we're still okay, though. Yeah, magnet hands definitely going to help. I think it's one of the things that Steve's need to work on next is how they get back all the way from down there. We saw it a little bit earlier in game number 4, right, where we were minecarting, then dropping the TNT block, and then going for it again. But my goodness, Rivers recognizing nowhere to go. I'm gonna just let the stage take me out.
Yeah, you could maybe try, but at that angle, it's so very tough to get under the sort of reverse L shape that Syrup put there. This is so tough right now. You want to get back to center right now. I'm worried for Rivers when we're stuck at the ledge here.
Finds the forward air into the down tilt, has the right idea with the hard read on forward smash, just not enough. So now, finds, okay, here we go. But still, I feel like what was like so decisive a little bit earlier with Rivers, we're losing that decisiveness, and still going to be able to find the stock here, but now Syrup up a lot here.
Right. You have the diamond tools as well, maybe trying to take a stock early and getting stuck in the minecart. Not exactly what the Rivers fans were looking for, but, not a huge punish right there, so that's good. Anvil also very advantageous for Syrup there in that scramble. Oh my goodness, the roll on so brave.
Yeah, honestly, this is what Rivers needs to start doing. Instead of trying to fight back and beat out Steve, he has to recognize that Syrup's a little bit more locked in, and he just has to go for the evade option at this point. He has to go for the, all right, I'm a better player than you in neutral, let's only fight in neutral. And I think that's what he's going for here. By the way, he's constantly trying to reset. Has the banana in hand, Syrup going for the anvil drop, but instead will find the dash attack here. So now it's all Rivers. How do you get around these walls?
Well, that is definitely one tool. Those mid HP blocks do generally go down to just 1 up special. But now we have to worry about the stone and the irons. You have to wait ever so slightly. And that hesitation is a big opportunity for Syrup to capitalize. And it is a bit of a hill to climb now for Rivers. But, okay, that's a great way to get it started.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's looking real clean, right? The moment that you get kind of the jab blocks there, it definitely makes you feel good. But once again, recognizing that Syrup wants to take you off stage and trying to reset with this monkey flip, but now has to find a way to get 2 stocks. You're already sitting at 67. Syrup has an insurance diamond ready to go, finds the nair, but can't find the option after. So now Syrup is the one who's going to control pace. Minecart into the back air, not going to be enough, even with a little bit of rage. But look at this, going for the tricky pathing. It will be Rivers tying it up, but you're sitting at almost 100.
Right, and then we see the instant craft of the diamond tools. Minecart already opens up the stage for Syrup. Plenty of time to get materials here. A bit of an ambitious swing, looking for possibly a roll-on, and looking for a lot more with that one too. But Rivers staying composed, as you mentioned. Very important right now.
And what? And anvil drop is really good, guys. For all of my future Steve players, learn your anvil drop setups. Whether they're off a wall, whether they're on a block.
In disadvantage, in neutral.
Learn them. Really good option. It will be Syrup moving on into winners finals here at Failsafe to go and fight against Guy. So Long Island, New Jersey here. I'm excited to see Momo and Scabs get that one. That one's going to